Everyone, give me just 1 sec. I need to understand. Is it working properly or not? It seems like yes, right? All right. So let me share my screen. A second. Yeah, cool. Once again, hi everyone. Let's do it that way. Ask things. I see them literally on a bottom screen at here, and I'll try to explain things that I will be doing. So shortly about me, because I think we should get started right now. So I'm 22 years into lots of stuff like web design, product design, visual design, and branding across these years. The several recent years, I was doing lots of multimedia and interactive and CGI stuff, and found myself, I would say, massively into Cinema 4D, and then AI stuff as well because it just appeared. And also, I did a lot of entrepreneurial stuff, built lots of teams in design field, especially. And back maybe 5 years ago, I was in several jury roles in most, I would say, successful platforms. And yeah, I like to teach people to share my knowledge because I know lots of stuff and have lots of experience. Right. So for today, as you might seen on the landing page, what I'll be doing, I'll have like around 2 hours. I hope I will get into this time frame. Hopefully, um, I'll start with the product vision, brand identity, then digital product design prototype. So it will be built with a Cloud Code for sure as a prototype, not the final service, and as well the digital campaign with the stuff that we'll have in our like brand platform that we'll be using for creating ads with the AI for sure. And the big point for today, yeah, that I tried to explain with this simple scheme is that AI, from my perspective, is like a catalyst. So if you know less than baseline, let's say, in any kind of field, for example, graphic design or video editing, or like just 3D illustrations or any kind of illustrations, basically, or typography, or I don't know, again, building digital products. AI will enhance your skill just a bit. So this is like this scheme, right? You on this level with a basic skill, and then AI will help you to go just level up. The higher your skill, your initial skill, like your knowledge and the practice stuff that you did before AI or while AI, if it's a bit bigger, for example, this one, it will enhance your skill more, like more than previous example, because the more you know, the more use cases you can use with AI again in any kind of scenarios with it. And if you up into some level, let's say it's not a basic level and it's not an expert level, but it's somewhere, let's say between middle level and expert level, then AI can expand your knowledge and your practical skills massively. And that's the point that I was talking about in different areas. And I think again, I was lucky that I have done so much different projects in different fields. So for now, I can use different stuff in other way. One more example. For example, I was doing some front end stuff maybe 10 years ago, and then I just didn't because there's just one more professional, right? One more job role, which is front end developer for sure, appeared properly. And these guys, they know much more than I do. But for now, as I know like basic stuff, I can't say that I'm here for sure, but I'm somewhere here, hopefully. Um, AI can help me to build digital products as it maybe does for you. So this is the basic idea again, that when you know stuff from certain level, you can use AI in a different level than anybody else. And also my idea and approach and the goal, maybe in some way that I pursue my whole career, was about trying to have the skill set that most of other, let's say, designers or peers doesn't have. So I should be somehow different from them, because that's why, and that's how maybe you are in a safe space and nobody will reach you, and you'll be all right throughout your career, especially for now, when I don't know if you've seen lots of videos or articles about the idea that, let's say, mediocre people, mediocre skills will not be paid, maybe not paid already, but will not be paid in the nearest future for sure, because these are the things that AI is already doing for now. And I always try to say, like, if 5 years ago, for example, any client wanted, let's say, just normal, decent 3D illustration or pack of 3D illustration, 3 or 5 or 10, I don't know, not a big pack. So this kind of client, he had to go into any 3D designer, CGI designer, and not the great one, just a normal one. And he still will be paying a lot of money for this guy, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000 pounds at least. But for now, it's not the case at all. So if you're not doing like really great CGI, you will not be paid at all. And my point is that in other fields, it will be the same, right? So any kind of stuff with the digital product design will be the same. So the person who's not doing the, let's say, complex stuff on their end will not be paid. With the Figma design systems as well, if you're still doing it in Figma, right, and you're working in Figma and that's it, and you're not doing the front end components with yourself, with the AI for sure, I think it is not a safe place at all. So this is the kind of idea that I have in my mind. I try to share with the other people, and again, share my knowledge how I'm doing this stuff. So we should be going into masterclass. Just for now, I've created brief for myself. Yeah, it's here. So the idea of the task that I created for myself, again, just to try to simulate how, let's say, multidisciplinary designers work today. That you have brief in, right? So this is the product that a lot of students, they arrive into London every year, and obviously they need some place to live, and they're trying to find a room because the flat rates are not that perfect, let's be honest. So, and yeah, you have different platforms for now, but the idea of this brief, like, let's create a product with a great branding, with a great digital product and idea itself, and let's advertise it within our skills, right? So I believe, like, when you're working with the founders, when you're working with these early stage startups, this is the kind of work that these people, the founder, they can't do it themselves. They can create some kind of, I don't know, idea what will be happening, but at some point they have to build it really properly. That's why they need a design team. And again, like 2 years ago, this, especially for this kind of things, a team would be quite big, quite huge. So you need a designer, front end, back end people, maybe some mobile developers, maybe somebody else. So it will be quite big team. For today, most of the stuff, I believe, just one designer can do, with for sure the backend developer at some point, because again, when the prototype part is done, I believe there should be proper people who are really in charge of infrastructure and the really, let's say, serious stuff. So again, like, this is my brief. I'll be doing this stuff with this kind of, let's say, framework that I have to create like a vision for this product, where we're going to, what we're gonna do in the future. Because the last thing that I'm talking and not doing, because I believe that most of the brands in the world, they created just from somebody's like mind or any kind of framework that try to be based on what's happening like in the world, in a market, or somewhere else. But I believe that especially like the branding stuff should be done upon company or product or founders, let's say, vision. Because when people know, especially core team people like founders again, or just CEO or somewhere else who's really in charge of what they're doing, when they really know where they're going to, they will be doing right stuff, right decisions with their company and the business itself. And afterwards, when we creating like a brand identity based on this vision, we share this core team's vision with the people, with the customers, with the partners, employees, and everybody else. And if the vision is really cool and interesting and, let's say, empowering, I believe, and my experience said that people will join this company again in any kind of role, either customer or employees or investors or somebody else. And when we have this vision, we can build brand identity based on it. And when we have this identity, we can create any kind of products or campaigns for sure. That's why I start always with a product vision as well. So I'll, I'll take my cloud over here. See, it says afternoon. Yeah, afternoon. So I have my own build skill for going. It helps me like go through these steps that I created myself with this framework, again that we created just for ourselves. And I just take the brief in, and I need to ask to activate my skill, right? So like use the brand identity skill to create company vision and brand identity. So it will think a while, and I don't know if you're using the cloud skills. I'm sure you do because everybody is now doing this. I like the idea that most of the stuff that we're doing as the designers and the creators, actually, like again, 5 years ago or 10 years ago, when you're doing your own stuff, you and also if you experienced one, actually you don't know how you're doing this stuff. You just like, oh, okay, like I got lucky, or maybe you have some kind of framework. But again, from my experience, up until some point, and usually this point is when you have a team or you teach somebody, but up until this point you actually don't know how you're doing this stuff, right? And I like the skills stuff in a cloud because it forces you to go and try to understand, like, okay, if I have to build my own skill, I have to understand steps that I'm doing while I'm doing the actual work. And while you're thinking about and reflecting on how you're doing your own work, sometimes if you will be thinking like, why I'm doing this step, what's the purpose of it? So I like the idea of the skills, not just because it obviously like helps with the time consumption on a project, but again how you can reflect on your own process and how you're doing this. Yeah, so again the idea is that we have to start with a vision and understand it properly, and we have to believe that this is where the company will be, or a product, if we're talking about the product, in a, let's say, 5 years, because 10 years for now it's pretty too long. Nobody knows what will be in a 10 years. So the idea of vision that Claude like just told me, that you will not be spending Sunday night, right? But I don't know, it's just like it's too abstract for me. When I'm thinking about, again, we can do it together. For example, you can share your own ideas. But when I'm trying to think, if I will be a student in any kind of city, but let's say London, what company can do for me if I will be like in the 10 years, in the 5 years? What's the great product for me? What's the vision for that? Let's say like um, everybody, I can just start with that and then maybe update it. But I think like when you're trying to find a roommate, you're starting with this idea that you can actually meet somebody interesting, right? And maybe the one who will be like who will suits you, right? So we're not talking about the rooms first. We're talking about the people first, right? The roommates. So let's ask him to update. Again, when we're working with the AI, we have to guide it, right? And if we don't have our own experience, first of all, and opinion, where we're gonna go with this product or vision or anything else, there will be really like struggling stuff, right? When we know where we're going and we just guide it, like, yeah, like, thank you, but I have like my own opinion. Let's do something like that. Then again, AI empowering us because we have our own opinion, but we just don't need to spend time on find right words, phrases, and all of that. Yeah, so every student in London ends up living with someone that they actually choose again. Nearly there. I like this part. Is someone. It's this is all also like fun, right? Or this one, but well, I like this one because it's just like straightforward and everybody will understand what we're talking about. I also want to say that vision is not like a motto or it's not a thing that we actually type and communicate with the brand publicly. It is something that we have inside, and we will have some wordings and copyright for any kind of things that we're doing now. But this should stay internally, and everybody in the company should understand where we're going to, because based on the vision, we will understand like what the missions we have to succeed, right? So ends up living with someone. I don't know. Let's find a great word. Someone. Let's say something like that. Really great and interesting, but better wording. I think we'll be fine with that. We'll choose one. Yeah, for example, that's not bad. No, flatmate. No, I think like this one is okay, right? So because I like this worth thing, and well, I'll just upgrade it in a moment. All right, so we have this vision. So vision locked. Move into missions. What's missions are? Missions are the thing where we have to understand like what things we have to be done in order to get into this vision point, right? So if the vision point is in 5 years from here, so maybe I should do it like that. You see, will be like navigation in our video. Great. So vision is where we're going to be in 5 years, right? So, but in order to get there, we have to go at some missions. So if this one is vision one, right? So this one is mission one, this is mission two. They can be in a parallel, but again, you just jump from one mission to another mission just to come into the initial vision that you created for the company. Usually you're doing this not with yourself. You're talking with the core team, you're making an interviews, you're doing actually like a quite deep research in order to understand what can be achieved with this kind of business, with this company team, strengths, weaknesses, and all of that. And then you're going to talk with the core team once again to present all of this stuff to discuss, and then you have some kind of polished version that core team believes in and you believe in, and that's how you then moving into the brand identity. But as I'm doing this in 2 hours and out of any kind of real client, we're just doing it in my head. So there's like some questions because my skill that I built for the Claude is designed that it asks me questions because it's just how it does, right? Okay, so give me a sec. I have to read it first. Does the product match people first, then surface rooms, or does the room comes? No, the first people first, surely, right? People first, for sure. What's one thing the product does that spare room cannot? What's the core mechanic? Basically, it's inconvenient because we don't know actually what the core mechanic will be. We can also say we don't know and like, let's just find something else. But in order to again to have something special today, I think like the idea would be that we actually interviewing people. To be honest, I don't know what spare room does, but I'm assuming it doesn't interviewing anyone who is coming into the platform. So I use this one. Okay, is there a moment in the flow you want to own emotionally? This is a strange question. First message, first meeting. Yeah, okay, let's move in. Day would be no. I think the first meeting would be nice because we're talking about like people, like human level. That's why I think when you're meeting somebody for the first time, it is kind of special. All right, so visions, and we have to assess them. Are either they good for our vision or they just like have no sense. So the first interview, yeah, I can see the question. Give me a sec. I'll answer it. Interview every student before surface. Yeah, okay, this is basically what I've said. Match people on what something actually requires, not surface level interests. Okay, maybe, but I'm not sure. Make the first meeting feel like a reunion. Not example. This one is super strange. So because I don't understand why is it a reunion? People they don't know each other. Uh, no, right? This one for sure. This I'll get back to it. Remove the moment. Sorry, where you sign a lease and hope for the best. Um, Sounds great, but I don't understand how it works. So no, it doesn't matter. Build the product students trust enough to be honest. Um, yeah, okay, but again, here let's do it like that way. More details because when you're talking about like things where generally like build a product students trust enough, what does it mean? You can't tick right after you're like done. You can't say done after you just working for I don't know a year on this product. How do you know if you really succeeded in this mission or not? So missions have to be always structured in a way that you actually can understand have you achieved it or not. So this is again the general idea. Right. So and we didn't like this one properly, I would say, right? I like the idea, but give me ideas, details on how we match people, right? Maybe I have an idea. Maybe some kind of quest or quiz. I don't know, right? Game. All right. The question. Hi, Michael. Hi. I find the idea of missions interesting. Me too. Is this a commonly used term or something you've put together at unknown? This is not commonly used term, unfortunately, and I know that lots of brand frameworks they use this mission term, which somehow I would say try to explain the vision idea, but I don't understand it because most of the companies who use this mission like a purpose or something they type their really some like BS, right? We trying to make world better. What does it mean? Nobody inside the company or core team or customer they don't understand what does it mean. So yeah, so I don't like this framework these frameworks because they distort, I would say, the mission word for some reason. I don't know why. And yeah, we just created this framework for us to create brands that actually, again, like they serve business, not just, for example, only marketing team. Because I believe these things, business wise, marketing wise, design wise, product wise, any kind of basically wise, they should be connected. And the best scenario is that they should be not just connected. People, especially inside the company, these people they have to believe in what they doing, right? And it's not the common case. Most of the companies, most of the employees, they don't believe in, let's say, brand Bible. They just sometimes use it. They just have to work with this kind of stuff, but they don't understand what does it mean. They don't believe in it. They and all of that, right? So, and when we're talking about like business-wise decisions from these persons who work in these companies, when they have to decide, usually they don't use this kind of idea that oh yeah this is our like company and a brand and we know where we're going, this is our again vision, but this idea of I don't know buying some shop or just hire more people or I don't know build new product, it doesn't aligns with the core vision and mission that we have, so we will not do it. Most of the times it is not the case, right? Most of the times people they doing in these companies employees or managing directors or somebody else, they're using this kind of their own opinion of what's okay and what's not okay. And I don't understand like what's the purpose of doing the whole brand identity stuff, because it's just like the cover for the initial business in the company. Yeah, okay. So some updated missions here. What's the direction you want? I don't know. Or build product students. How much time? Yeah, time is all right. Product students trust enough to be honest. Okay, the interview formal itself. No, the brand. The brand promise. Hmm, I don't know. Trust enough. We'll say like that. So we'll have some features. And for the matching, let's try to read it out. So some quiz, okay, day in the life. You describe your actual Tuesday. Maybe you'll not describe it. Maybe you'll just, I don't know, recording it, right? That should be cool. 10 non-negotiables. This is, I think it's just super outdated, but we can do it like in a, let's say, Tinder style, where you just moving left and right whenever you want. Conflict simulator. That's interesting. We put you in a 5 situations, your responses. Yeah, this one I like. I like this one because it's fun. And again, I'm doing this today for sure, for just having fun. Okay, I like this too. So I think that's it, right? But for this one, I'll say yeah. So I would like it to be like in a way that somebody is just shooting 5 videos and we collapse it in one, and that's it. All right. So few quick ideas. Verified email only. This one is weird. Answers locked after submission, so you can't edit. This one is nice. I like it. Maybe for let's say a year, right? Okay. Mutual visibility. Site sees responses. Uh, this is off the record mode. Not about trust. Once again, when you have your own opinion and idea, you can just like no, no, no. You can say no, no, no. Right? That's the idea of why you still have to have some experience in it. Okay, I have to move on because time is ticking. Right? Interview every student. All right, they will like run every match through conflict simulator. Yes, let students show actual day. Yes, match people. One say we'll teach this one. And I like when we have in missions the idea when we, for example, I'm thinking forward in 2 years, and we'll buy some advertise in a I don't know Piccadilly Circus or in any decent and remarkable places. So how it works for me, when we have this kind of mission, we know that when we tick this one, when we succeed with this, okay, then we are on the right path, right? Or we have to go into, I don't know, 100 employee in 2 years. This is one of the missions as well, for example, it can be. So not every mission should be just about product and features and the stuff you're doing. It should be somehow, again, aligning with this, with the path, with the stages, how the company and product and the team should be evolving. So I'll add this idea of the ad on the Piccadilly Circus because we'll be doing campaigns today, I'm sure, and I hope. All right. So the mission that in 2 years we'll have ad campaign on Piccadilly Circus. Okay. What else with the I don't know, maybe will not use it today, but I'll put it in the missions. But for this kind of products, I would say that it should be really organic, right? So we have to say like, and one more referral referral rate should be like 25% plus, because that's how we will measure that our company, our product is building well. And let's go to values and other stuff. This is another parts of the brand platform that we already using. Okay, I understand. Missions need to be specific and not fluffy. Yeah. It is a bit of like a smart framework. Yeah, or OKR for sure. But I don't like this again idea that you have like business frameworks, right? The OKR or the smart as well. But design people, they live in by their own, right? They designing stuff, products, identities, just how they doing this. I like to collapse it in one. All right, so these are fine. Yeah, we're going. Yep, we're going to the final stuff, and then we're going into. We'll be doing the brand identity concept. I should be mentioned that it should be concept because again, it's not. We can't do it in a 2 hours within all the stuff. But the initial concept, yeah, for sure. All right. So the creative opponents section is about to just to double check that we have stuff that we are going against, and that's how we understand how the whole brand identity platform is aligned, right? Because it's really easy to think of opposite stuff. Yeah. So all right, we are not about rooms for sure. Profiles, vibes, yeah. So with no actual data. All right. Idea that friction is just part. Okay, yeah. So we don't think that people should be living in stress and thinking like, yeah, that's all right. We want them to be really in a great state. Platforms that treat this one I don't understand the culture of signing a lease and hoping for the best. Yeah, okay. So we can kill this one, kill it. With the values, today it's fine. We don't need to talk about this. Let's move on and finish. Right. So I'm pushing a bit to go into the brand identity as well. Right. So yeah, the position stuff and tone of voice for today. Again, we will be using this for some kind of stuff. So this one is the best and the most important section for the brand identity as well, because the idea is that when we have the brand platform, somehow we have to present it to just people, just normal customers, employees, or somewhere else. And the best thing that you can use is a metaphor. So you can create this metaphor by your own. You can do it with AI. Again, my skill that I created for myself, it's, let's say it's complex and it reasons well on a metaphor. It's always, again, updating with this skill. So I like the overlap idea from the beginning, right? So it's just like great idea for me. Okay, so we'll say the whole brand system is great. Give me PDF with it. Section 6, yeah, it's just miscounted. You're right. I don't know why. It's AI, it's not me. Okay. So for now, AI section with a product vision and where we're going is done, and we have to find the references. And this is one more, let's say, idea that we're using, and maybe somebody is also using this idea, but I haven't seen it before. So we're using the reference system, not the mood boards and not the benchmarks. And the reference that we're using them for different layers. So the idea is super simple, as usual. Let's say it like that. Oops, it's doing the PDF stuff. Thanks. So we have different layers, if you know, in a design stuff, design layers. So we have typo, we have layouts, we have for sure colors, we have this is the graphic design section for sure. We have like style or like picture or photo style. You can mention any kind of word, but the idea is like how we illustrate stuff, right? Either it's like 2D illustration, 3D illustrations, photos, no photos, nothing, just typo. All of that is like we have to to reason it, right, and decide. Okay, so we have this PDF. We just it will be just there, and yeah, we're just going into any kind of. Give me a sec. I'll open the Chrome. Any kind of stuff, Pinterest or Behance, doesn't matter. And as we have the visual metaphor, basically you can just use it overlap as a keyword, and sometimes you just have what you need, right, as a reference. So this is a great reference for us because it is already using persons, and this one is great. So for idea that we have behind the vision that we have, the product idea that we have, the people should be overlapping and should be like matching each other, it's already from the design perspective, it's already nearly solved. And we're not doing this yet, like, oh, this is done. But in my head, I already have some vision of how it should be looking, right? And this part I love most because I think when I was doing like brand identities, let's say 10 years ago, I was always struggling with like, okay, how should I like create an idea of this brand? I have this idea. Maybe it will be with these constraints. The whole brand will be with just these colors and this grid system. And to be honest, like when I was asking myself, like, why? It just like that's cool. Yeah, that's cool, or it's modern, or I just like it, or maybe I just feel it that way. But it doesn't have any reasoning stuff in it. And from my perspective, lots of even great works on a branding or graphic design stuff, they usually don't have any kind of reasoning that I like to have. So that's why I like it. So we're trying to, in a super fast manner, research what we have. We can use this one as well, the nearly Figma logo, the abstract shapes. And I just like trying to collect some pictures in a, like, say, in a normal project, it will take half a day, maybe sometimes the whole day, trying to research and find the most advanced, most unique, less used, and all of that references that we'll use in the project. For now, I don't have this kind of time. That's why we'll just find what we have and move on. But in order to find the great design system for me, I have to find reference for every layer, and they should be different. And out of these layers, I will have the unique brand identity for sure. I like how this looks, but it doesn't represent for me super clearly the idea what we really have, right? The vision that we have. Right. So give me some time. Especially one more time. This one looks great, and you also can think, oh yeah, this is like a map or lots of flats, right? So you can like use it, but actually no. I like this one because it looks fun and it's still overlapping and it's not common. This one is not bad as well. I'll just put them here and then I'll choose. Okay, this one goes into colors. This one goes into, I don't know, typo. I didn't find the typo one, but I will, I'm sure. I think we're too deep. Yeah, this looks actually like a nearly finished logo. I will not be doing logo today because it's just another thing. I'll just use the word, the letters, and that's it. But it really looks like a, again, proper logo for this product, for this company, because it's, again, once again, it represents the stuff that we are looking for. Okay, this is fun, right? So we can, the whole brand identity from now on can be just built on this, right? So they are obviously kissing. We don't need that, but it's bad. This one I don't need. Maybe this because it's like abstract and doesn't mean anything. This one is better because it means something. But we don't like what it means. But again, I like how it can be represented in what we're doing here. This is fun, but Not for us, unfortunately. Right. Mm, when I have like this kind of streams, let's say, and I don't have so much time, I usually like say for myself, okay, 2 more minutes, and I'll go when with with whatever I have, right? This looks nice, but doesn't represent what we're looking for. And this one as well, they are not overlapping. It looks cool, right? But that's not what we want to have. This not bad, maybe. Maybe with the colors, not sure. Okay, this is the time when I'm saying like 2 more minutes, right? Maybe we should we can use other words, right? We can use the we also can say like give me for the metaphor, give me tags or keywords for it's better to mention how many you need because sometimes it will give you I don't know 20, which is nice. Should close this one. All right. Yeah, I like this word. This looks good, I would say. Like you looking into the mirror. You can be looking this way with the ad campaign with the mobile screen, right? So we can just be here. I would say I like the I like the idea. We will be using this for campaign, I'm sure. But I like the colors as well. They are they look like what I wanted. So I just have to yeah. So we have the colors section. Give me a sec, like that. These are our colors. I'll take this one because again, the purpose of this masterclass, we don't have so much time. So with the layout, where are we going next? We're going into the product prototype. I'll figure that out later because I will be doing the layouts itself. So the typo, basically we can go here and with a we can say like that overlap typo, and we have to find two things basically. The first one we have to find the you see it's done. We have to find the font family that suits the idea of overlapping or something like that, and we can use again the like visual effect. I can say I like it. It suits us. This one is looks much better, right? Is it overlapping? Uh, in a way, this one is much more overlapping, right? Is it or not? Sometimes it's hard to understand. Like, are you helping yourself? I'm talking about me, obviously, right? Or it's really looking cool. I don't know. I don't think so. This one, not bad. Maybe. I like this more. Maybe it's too much, but it looks okay. Some geometrical, right? Geometrical. No, it's neo grotesque, right? Neo sans serif. What else? Do we have anything else? We can do something like that as well. But again, I feel like it's more about mirroring or distortion, not about the actual overlapping. But we also can think like we already have these special effects with the all the stuff on a photos or illustration. Maybe we can just use the something like that. Can we? Yeah, I like it. Why I like it? Because it's I feel like it's on a human side, and I like how it works. So yeah, this is my typo. The thing that I usually need from typo, and I think I have it, is always not just the font family or the initial effect that it has here, but how the contrast working, like how the what's the relationships between headlines and the body text or different types of headlines. But this kind of reference, it says me like you're using the same type everywhere, man. That's it. All right. So we'll use this kind of thing later. We don't need this one. I don't think I'm still struggling with this because I think maybe with the colors, yeah. I'll ditch it. I'll do it that way. That's fine. Okay, so this style with these colors, with this typo, and we can move on. And the next stage, as we know it, so we have it's not the concept yet, but we'll find out the concept on a product prototype. So let's move on. Um, Mobile app prototype. So again, in my head, I already have this idea of what flow should be. I just want to try to display it for myself. How many screens do I need? What's the idea? How I should design it, and so on. And most of the stuff that I will be doing, most but not the whole stuff, will be just in code itself. So I will not be designing it with Figma because I think when you're doing these prototypes, it's really like time consuming to use it in an old way. Let's say like we're doing Figma, then we're doing the I don't know, some kind of design system, then we're doing the prototype in Figma, or we're doing this in code. It doesn't matter, but it's still too long. We don't have so much time. We have 1 hour and 13 minutes left, and we have pretty much screens to use. The only trouble that I assume we have that we can't have this effect with just a code. If you spend an hour or so just to find the right library and create it, I think you'll be fine. But I don't have this time, and again, I'm not so confident about my, let's say, special effects front-end skills. That's why I will just create the whole app, and then in some areas, let's say, I'll swap the headlines with the just like text, right, with the pre-renders. Um, I don't know, headlines. All right, so onboarding. We don't want them onboarding, I would say. We need to trust. Okay, we can use this one. Email. I'll kill it. I don't need it. So the flow. Then what this? I think we just like doing this like that. So first screen, these two. Then question flow. Okay, so question flow. 5 questions. Um, yeah, I'm using this max plan in Cloud Code. I'm fine. Like I'm doing, I would say I'm doing roughly 2.5 hours a day of coding. It's fine. It's just like enough for me with the max plan. I'm not trying to like sell Cloud Code to everyone, but yeah, I feel like in a basic plan you will be out of limits pretty soon. But the max is like much more tokens. So yeah, it's I feel like you have to have it's just like it's just like a tax, right? Tech tax. All right. So sorry, I just let's say 3 questions. Right. Then yes, the video in prompts. I think like how this screen should be structured. So with the flow is what I think like you have to upload one, because I'm trying to be on a user side, right? And you got into this app and you are in a onboarding, right? And it says like, man, you have to upload 5 videos, and you just like, no, I don't have 5 videos. I don't want to do it now. So I think the idea is that we have to upload just one with a super short intro from you just for now, and then you can go back and then until you've done this additional 4 videos, your account will be just like somehow locked, right? But you for now it's just like first 30 seconds video. So let's say what we want. Now I want to say, for the purpose of prototype, forget about this button with 4 ads videos, right? All right, so fourth is one person at a time, not agreed. Okay, yeah. So match feed. Yeah, Tinder like interface, but with a limit. You can do only 5 in a day. So in order to have like more reasonable people, that not just like looking out of 200 people, but to make it a limits. All right. File view. Okay. A lot of screens, to be honest. I haven't thought that it would be so much. I try to cut it down. All right. So yep, with a button meet now. All right, and I'm sure, like in a real one, we'll have a chat interface with a button, no buttons, just like general chat interface. And the last one is the success one, right? Success one. Um, Once again, it is just a prototype. Everything should be working, but still raw tech, right? Yeah. So my point and my advice, I would say, is that when you're going into the code, you should be talking with the cloud chat a lot and planning stuff. And it likes to have a chat with you and plan stuff because um, first of all, the token usage it's super like small in the chat and it's super heavy in a code section, right? Second, when you, for example, when you already created 6 or I don't know 8 pages, and then all of a sudden you want to change stuff, it is all right, but again, it will take time, right? Every major change that like takes a lot of pages, you will just wait 2, 5, 7, sometimes 10 minutes. And I like to again like to properly think about it and give it guidance and talk with him with it him. I don't know why I said it. And then just wait while the first thing will appear. So it asks me some questions. Yeah, this will teach it layout. For the layout, what's the best thing to do? Again, we'll go into just like mobile app. And we'll try to find some references on layouts that we like. For example, this one I don't like. This fine. This one is good, right? So some of them are better. Some of them are, I don't know, worse. What we need? Well, think about it. So the better thing is to have the idea that the first one is more about like the just like the content, right? So we just trying to copy this one and lay it out here. So this one is more about onboarding stuff. Question flow. Actually, this one is much better for the question flow. Let's do it that way. So questions. All right. So for the what was it? Onboarding stuff, right? Let's find. In my head, I also remember this one can be not bad, or maybe this one is much better. With how you say it, like the people, right? Where you find people. So like that. The great idea is that Claude will treat it like a reference. It will copy it. You're not stealing anything because it will just like have some idea what you need, and then you'll be doing the stuff. All right. So the what's this? The match feed. Oops, match feed. Yeah, I don't know this one. I don't have any guidance. I think I would like something on a. This one is not bad for profile, right? Right. Okay, profile. Wait, what we need? The success. I think it will be all right with just itself. I would like something with a like just basic text on onboarding. And again, we'll need some pictures. We'll create it later on. I think this one is general stuff with a picture, text. Maybe we'll find something else. This one is a bit better, but I don't like this big stuff. No, this one maybe is better because it's a bit more text. This is too much of a text. Sorry, not scrolling. Oh, sorry. I like this one a lot. Uh, not fair. I should be faster. Done. Okay, so this should be here because it's the first one, onboarding. That's fine. So we'll just have it here. All right, font family. Oops. Right, that should be okay. Give me, okay, and the colors. Colors. Let's try to understand how it works. So this is primary 60% plus in every layout. Secondary should be, there's like 4 colors or maybe 5 colors, right? So we can use them. This one is a secondary one. I would say these a third. You can, for shades, for example, for shades and states, we can use, let's have some variations. Okay, so while it's doing the stuff, what we doing? We have to create some folder. Let's say Ninja, right? Cloud Code will be working in this folder locally on your machine. You can upload it in any kind of stuff um, afterwards, GitHub example. But it's not the case for today. Okay, well, I have to stop it. Ooh. Right, while we're waiting, if you have any questions or comments, would be nice to have, because we'll wait. Now we'll wait around a minute, but then we'll be waiting for 4 minutes, I suppose. We can go in a parallel, to be honest, into the either type of stuff, but in order to create this effect in Cinema 4D, which will be really easy to do, we'll have to have an idea of what type of we have. But again, we have to build the effect. Maybe we should just start it out. Yep. So the whole idea, the whole prompt is done. Give me a sec. We can either copy it and go into the code, create a new session, create a new folder, or connect a new folder. So it's here. You can use these bypass permissions or other modes. I like the bypass because it's just doing this stuff and I'm free of it. Some people say it can be dangerous, but I didn't have any kind of stuff. And I'm not usually like trying to understand what it did with this, because it's easier for me to just see the first result, try to click the flow, and then ask it to change stuff that I don't like or I just want to upgrade. So let's go. Yes, and we'll be working. So while it's working, once again, we need to create this. Sorry, this way. So we 1 hour left. I think we're doing nearly fine. So we have to create like some kind of text. We'll say match fit. That's it, just for our test. And then we'll find the SF, right? Pro, for example. Sometimes it has some bugs in it. So we use with no reason at all. The display working fine. All right, so we don't need any depths. We need our camera. Why I'm using, for example, you can ask me or yourself, like why does he's using like this Cinema 4D for the text? Because I don't know, like with the Cinema 4D, you can do this stuff really fast, right? And it's a prototype, so we don't need it to be code, let's say, clear or ready to develop. We just need to see how it looks, or either we like it or not. So any kind of software that helps you to do and build stuff fast. Once again, today I feel this is like a crucial stuff. That's what people want from you, the stakeholders. They want you to build fast. So what we do, we're doing these kind of things. We doing this, I think, connect. Maybe we need some steps. Yep. And we're doing this one. Yeah. And we're doing this, I don't know, 15, 25. Is it calculating? Yeah, it is. Sorry, that's why it's not updating. Yeah, so nearly there, right? So if you will use 45, for example, it will be the whole stuff. Not quite yet. Maybe it should be, wait a sec. Okay, maybe it should be like 90, let's say. Once again, it's just calculating because it's quite. Maybe we need to. Yeah, it's nearly there, but we need to go into, let's say, more more depths. I think we have to go into a bit more dense grid and wait. If it will not working well, we'll just, yeah, in a way. All right, so now we don't need 90, we need like 45, I believe. We will be fine with the two. The less this number is, the more calculations it have to do. All right, so maybe 25. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And we don't need this on the left side. That's why we need to go into fields and create linear field. I always trying to say like if you don't use 3D at all, which can be a case for sure, but Cinema 4D is the most, how you say, the most friendly software to work with. Maybe it's not the case now for some reason. I don't know why. It should be working well, but it's nearly there, I would say, but not there. I think we need just like to crank up this into 50 again. No. All right, we have another solution. We can use the let's say spherical field, which will be working better, I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe the whole idea of how I should create it, yeah, it's working, but it should be in a inverted state. So where the spherical field will be, maybe like that, but not actually like that. Maybe we'll just, yeah, because it will be working faster, right? So yeah, all right. So we're going into like 3, I suppose. Yeah, and we have to smooth it out. It will be not so great. We have to, yeah, like that. So maybe we also have to create this dilate and erode stuff. So yeah, in order to make it bigger, right? Um, Nearly there, I would say. Will it work that way? Yeah, and maybe we also create same stuff here and same stuff here. No, the great idea is that Claude is working now, right? So we're not wasting time, basically. We are, but not so much. All right, so maybe we should change it that way. So it will be maybe I can't say that I'm really happy. It should be working in a bit different way. I don't know why it's not working. Whenever you have this kind of issues with any kind of software, I believe you have to. Yeah, it is for text effects. I believe you have to just build it from scratch. So the whole idea didn't work out, right? What we can do, I would say we also have. There's one more possibility. We can use this um, some kind of, let's say, shape, right? Let's say flower. I know it looks weird, but it will work out how we want it to be. So we'll do it like that. I just need some shape to have some spheres cloned on, right? So on the flower. Whoops. So now we have this kind of blurry, roundy stuff that works within the constraints of this. Yeah, something like that. So, and we can put it here and it will be together, right? They will be together, which is kind of thing that we want. Something like that. We can also make them random, so we will feel. I don't understand why it became all of a sudden the sec. Yeah, that's why. All right. So we have to do it manually, but yeah, why not? Yeah, not the best shape, I suppose. Let's find another way, another one. Wave is my choice for today. Yeah, wave is much better. Yeah, so all right, like that, maybe like that, maybe not so much frequency, maybe not so much. Yeah, let's say something like that. Once again, so we have the cloner to clone on. We can make them be more. It's too much because you can, yeah, you clearly can see something. We can add some variation on different stuff, and whenever you connect, close, and open them, you see them trying to do this. Maybe with I don't know, 15, maybe 12, maybe 10. 10 would be nice. So, and the idea is that if you use for the shading just plain stuff, so without any kind of shades at all, it will be a vector, not a proper vector, but you can do it in a Illustrator or somewhere else with just flat color. So now it is just a flat stuff. You see? Yeah, you can argue and say like, oh no, it's not. You can't read it, but it's not the case for us. We just wanted the special effects, right, for this. So and now I can like update the whole wave if I need to, and I can update surely the whole text. That was the idea. All right. So again, this kind of stuff it's done, but we need to wait for this. And what we can do while it's waiting, we can open one more cloud, and you usually you open it in a um, Chrome or somewhere else because you can't do it there while the code is working. You can't open the chat section, right? So we need to use this one where we're working with. Give me a sec. All right, so it's done. What we want to create storyboard for ad campaign of our product. So some of the stuff is nearly ready. The stuff that you see in the previous section is always not great. You have to open it by yourself, but we'll be there in a moment. And I like, again, for myself, it's really great that you can do lots of stuff in parallel while it's coding. You're asking for some new stuff. We'll be doing the generations for now with the like visual AI, and again, lots of things. Cinema 4D is rendering. You're doing the strategy stuff. I like it a lot. All right, so for short 15 seconds video, square size, give me ideas for campaign. Let's say that this should be for aggressive, right? So hitting 500K users in UK, so we have to promote ourselves massively. All right, what we wanted to do, we wanted to check what we have, so we open the file. And now it looks the same, but I usually kill this one. All right, it doesn't look again the same as references, and I like it because we can work it out. All right, I'm ready. So it asks us some things. What do you do actually go to sleep? This is not a conflict stuff. We will ask him to do it more irrational, let's say. So before midnight, how often, how late? All right, sometimes, now it's silly, but again, we'll ask him, we'll help him out. All right, tap to record. It seems like it's recording, but now, yeah, it's not working. Done. Your profile is sealed. So what I prefer, see your matches. This working somehow. Okay, pass. Let's see. You see, this is not updating, but it's fine for us. We can also ask him to make it. Then meet. Set a meeting. Like no pressure. This stuff. It was by himself, right? It was done by himself, which is cool. All right. So what are we doing now? Now I usually going into the Figma once again, and I'm screenshotting this just straight away what I have, because it's much more easier to work it out when you have the whole idea of what the stuff is made. Obviously, we don't need to screenshot this because they look the same. And I like this approach because you're not again doing this design stuff, and then um, what you're doing, right? You're just designing while you're coding, which is, I don't know how is it for you, but for me, it's like the dream, right? You don't need to make it first of all, and then the second step, and then the next one, and so on. Okay, so you're done, right? This one. These are the 6 things that we have for now. Right. So what we're going to do? We're going to screenshot it, right? To chat, not to code, because the basic idea is that you're chatting with the chat and you're coding with the code, right? Somehow they are not that well connected. You can't say to chat like pass it to the code and it will. No, it's not working the way. But I feel like it will be this way in a, I don't know, several something years, months should be. All right, so we're going here. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is what we've got. Well, I've got, doesn't matter. Name these screens from first to 6 and listen to my changes. And now, as a designer, I have to understand what goes wrong, right? What I don't like. And the best thing to do, the best scenario, is to go and look into into my references. So the first of all, let's take a look into the colors. And basically, I like how the orange color works here. And I think it will be proper to have the first one with the blue one, right? Make background blue, or let's say primary. Was it the primary one? Oh, just like, yeah, it looks like an IKEA product. Maybe it's on purpose. How do you know? All right, so it's a task primary. No, it's secondary. Make background secondary color, all typo white. We also have, I would also have these general comments. Um, let's add an how you say it, an indent from bottom, or we can say typical iOS indent or typical iOS bottom indent, right? We should know what's this. It's 40, right? It should be 40. All right, this is the first one. For typo, use minus 10% of line height. And I like this tab because you just say like minus 10% and it will calculate it by yourself. You don't need to have the specific numbers. You just need to say what you want. All right. Headline. Let's see our onboarding stuff, right? So what we want headline to top, text after the headline, and I think we can't use just one, or we can. Yeah, we can. Let's see. Use just one typo for everything. Let's see it that way. The best way is that we just open this page in Chrome. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Oh, it doesn't work that way either. I have 40 minutes left. I'm nearly there. I think, yeah. So because we can do it that way. I don't like how Safari handles it. So this one is the one we're working with, right? So we can define what we want. Oh, 7, 4. Yeah, I feel like it should be a 6, 700, and it should be a, yeah, like that, and maybe a 0.9. Yeah, I like this. All right, so we can teach this one, and we can do it that way. All right. So I want everywhere, everything, everywhere. Headlines, text, buttons, all the same, right? I think this maybe I don't need this line. It has a line, but we don't need a line. Text after the headline. That's it. Gilded black line. All right, and we will be having this like illustration on the bottom, but further on, not now. Okay, the second screen is the questions, right? So what we want? We wanted this to be a questions. So leave one in the top, move text and answers to the bottom. Number 3, what's that? Basically, I like it, but I think general comments and it will be fine. Just general comments. For now, I don't know. Like there will be more updates from me in a bit, in a while. All right, for the match feed doesn't doesn't look great at all. So the first thing that we want to update, right? Because I like this, like more, right? We need proper cards with a perspective effect. Uh, Cards height should be, let's say, 65% of viewport height. Let's ask it to put some photos, right? Put photos on a person's profile, random photos. I also want to create the BGS JavaScript, meaning JavaScript, and for the card swapping effect, dragging, just by clicking on button. All right, the fifth one, same stuff as for the 02, 6, just general comments. I also wanted to maybe kill all the lines. I don't need any lines. Yeah. All right. It didn't work out here well. I can see it now because it just the formatting got wrong. Yeah, it's fine. But now, kill all lines. And how you say it? The borders as border as well. I also think on this, on the fourth, sorry, use yellow for cards. Like, all right. So basically, that's what I need. While it's doing this stuff with the code, we're going into these concepts, right? So I have to understand what it's suggesting. Wrong stranger, opening a student, signing a lease, smiling, cut to moving into day, opens the door, immediate dread on their face. I think I should got him this picture. It gave me once again with the, I think I can screen perspective, subtle tilt like a stack or all right. So yeah, subtle tilt will be fine. Photos real on splash is fine. Give me prompt. All right, the two abstract figures, blue rectangle head and yellow circle head, standing side, blah blah blah, no overlap, visually incompatible shapes, they don't fit in, they don't fit cuts, same yellow, the overlap zones, wide shot, long line figures, steps out of line. No, I don't like the lines before, split into two moments. No, I have an idea in my mind that actually these shapes, right, they can be overlapping. So they matching and overlapping. So for example, it's circle and to be honest, it's a bit much easier to create in After Effects, but we'll go in with AI as planned. So idea is like circle with the I don't know, square with the triangle and all of that. Give me a sec. I'll give some instructions to Claude Code. It will be working. I like the idea of using shapes. There are matching shapes and not. So they will be. I know how to make it. It will be like 15 seconds or something like that, with a screen divided by two, and on the left and the right there will be two figures, right? The first one and the second one, and they always will be not overlapping. So and click, 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 click. So every time it's clicking, it's the new scene, the new scene, and the new scene, and then all of a sudden it clicked, and they are in the same flat, and the flat is working well, and they are overlapping. So all of this stuff is working fine. Now I have to explain it to Claude. Unfortunately, it wasn't listening to me. So there will be directing, directing, not directing. Sorry, there will be frames. Will be frame divided by left and the right side. In every section, the shapy human will be doing some stuff in the flat, reading, drinking coffee, cleaning, laying on sofa, etc. And they will not be matching for 3 or 4 or 5 times, and then all of a sudden they will appear overlapping and in the same flat. I also think like we have to assign shapes. Like for example, it will be again like rectangle with a square. Then, for example, triangle with a I don't know circle. Then it's again rectangle with a circle. So at some point, a triangle and a rectangle should meet, and when they meet, it's fine. I don't know why it's rectangle and triangle. There should be some reasoning, but something like that. I need to have two key persons. Let's say square head, yeah, and circle head, and secondary triangle. I don't know. Ellipse doesn't work well. Star. What do we have in Cinema 4D? Let's see. And side for sure. Who else? Flower. Star is a fine. Okay, let's go to the flower and something else. And the idea is that only square and circle at the end will be overlapping and in the same flat. Give me how many we need. Maybe I think the bad thing is that we have to create them separately. So we don't need the whole frame with the left and right guy. We have to create separately left guy, right, left, right. So we need it like that. Give me lots of prompts because I want to generate them separately and then combine them inside After Effects. Okay, separately in 916 format, right? Collapse center in square one. Right. So let's count. Let's count stuff. Let's count and plan stuff before. And this guy, he's still working. All right, so 15 seconds, blah, 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 2 leads, wrong matches, blah, 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 scene plan. Square head does, circle head does, wrong match. So 6 scenes, reading on sofa. Yeah, okay. This one is really reasoning because we can swap them. 10 figure prompts. Awesome, great. Let's do the first one to figure out the style. Give me a prompt for static image with any, not with any, with a reading on sofa activity. And then we're going into the, give me a sec, we're going into the one, one of the AI generators. I missed the password. Give me one moment. I'll try to find it fast. Sometimes Google is just like asking you to go out, you know? Um, Maybe I'll just go into another one. Give me a sec. I wasn't prepared for that, to be honest. It should be working. Should have been working. Yeah, all right. Let's go with the Kriya. Oh, Seedance 2. Nice. Just in time. Okay, so we'll use it. With the images, we just use, I don't know, banana. For example, we want this vertical one. We can go with 2K, not to spending too much. And let's see without any kind of reference. And if it will fail, I'll use this one as a reference because again, I'm running out of time. But I think I'm still there. I will be with the timings for today. It's a bit for me. It's a bit annoying that you have to just sit and wait. Basically, we can go with the headlines. I would say because we have these screens. We can't do everything, but we can do this before we see anyone. For example, we can use the whole phrase, right? It will require from us to update our setup. Will it? I'm thinking of. All right, so okay, let's go. I'm trying to like fit it on a screen. All right, before I'm not sure that we want the whole phrase, but we want, yeah, before you see anyone, you have to do it like by hand in a sim or 4D. I know we have to wait because we don't know how it will like format in a page. So let's just wait until it builds, and then yeah. All right, the square one is fine. We can add the noise effect at the end. I would like it to be in a sketch uh, or not. I'm thinking, do I need like a sketch version, super light pencil sketch version of a flat? Because otherwise it will be the same. It's still generating for some reason. I don't know. I feel like yes. So we have to update it. Looks fine. Looks fine. Let's add light pencil sketch of a initial flat to it. So the sofa and the character are field shapes, and the flat is light pencil sketch with a low details, low level of details. Give me an update. Both, I would say, fine. Again, for our purposes, like how much time do we have now? It is super fine. All right. I also think let's stop it from here. Let's update the color. Let's use blue as a background. for square, and yellow for circle shapes. Because I'm thinking like when they will be together on a square shaped campaign, it will be the same. It will beige and beige, not great. But when it will be like blue and yellow, and for example, yellow and I don't know, yellow, red or cyan, I don't know, it will be fine as I see it. For now, a code is still doing this stuff. You see, all the AI stuff is working for us. We can be just playing chess, for example. Any questions so far, guys? We're leaning to the end. 25 minutes left. I still feel a bit confident. I like this stuff a lot. It looks great. So we can just download it quickly. We can go with the circle head for sure. I like the plain one more. I like that how it looks. Style is locked. Give me other people. Let's use other colors for other people. Purple, pinkish. What else? Black? No, not black. Black, yeah, black is fine. Black, beige is background. Beige for background. Red? Red is mild red, I would say. Mild red is fine as well. So the great idea is that we'll just put it inside. It should be enough to warrant a full writing now. Okay, using tokens, right? Triangle head sofa. So we'll just make it doing this stuff. I like this about Kria and not like this about AI Studio from Google, because you can just like run just one prompt in a same moment, which is really annoying. You can do it in a efficient way, let's say, but you can neatly batch it here, right? This, that. The great idea is that any kind of these pictures, or maybe we'll create some instant video, for example, for our design, initial design. We can use it in an app for sure. What is Kria? No, Kria is not linked to Claude. I don't think you can. In a way, you can, but like with the N48, for example, right? You can write an automation, but I don't feel any point. This I like this one. I don't see like any point on doing this, to be honest. So we have some things they're doing fine. This is fine. Cleaning, darkish person. This one is cool as well. This is me right now, or any of you. Fine. Drinking coffee stuff. We saw this one, right? We have the, no. This is another one. All right. So drinking coffee is fine. The other cleaning one is fine. I'll just like lay them down, try to understand. No, Kriya is not my replacement for After Effects, because Kriya helps you to generate pictures and videos, but somewhere in my choice in After Effects for sure you have to like direct them in a great way. This is strange what he's doing, but I like it. Right? Okay. I'll take this. I don't like that this is. I like the mass. How big the person is here. I'll take this one as well. Yeah. And this is the final scene. And actually, we can do this. I think we can do it together. No, we can't. Okay, we'll just use this one. For the final one. Give me lead actors dancing together and overlapping as well. That will be it. And out of here, we will be doing the we'll art direct which one is fine for us and which are not, and then we'll go into the video production or generation, you should say. There was some picture that we didn't download. This one, yeah, I remember. This one, right? That's it. So again, for me, it's much more easier to maybe we'll ditch the typography stuff. So like I build the effect, but maybe we will not be able to put it in the app. We'll try to, but I'm not sure about it. Yeah, so we have these generations, right? Obviously, we have this one, and that one, right? We have this, sorry, these three yellows. Okay, this obviously the final one. Yeah, basically we have to animate everybody, right? Which sounds fun or should be. All right. So what we want? We want to make this stuff. It will take a while, I would say. Yeah, these people they looks fine. Let's take this one as well. Let's plan to. So we're using everybody who was generated, right? All right. The only issue is like how we will be precise, but we'll be, I think I'll be fine. Oops, sorry. So oh, so the idea is going into the video. We have to choose which model we will be using. So I would say I'll use Clink 03 because it's the cheapest one. No, because it's like I would say the balance between weirdness and the quality and the price is, from my perspective, is the best. And we have to generate a lot, right? And we don't pursue that kind of quality as so much. And also our videos and the initial frames, they are pretty easy to go. Clink 03. I typed 03, but he will understand me well. So I think this is live, right? Yeah, it's done. It looks much better. It has some troubles with the typo. I still have time to figure it out. All right, so I think the best approach is to lay out the stuff that way. So first of all, let's use Pix new folder, download here all our pictures because we have to like be precise of what we're doing. And with the icons, it will be a bit more convenient, like that, right? Okay, so triangle head reading on sofa. We're playing this match game, Triangle head. Where is triangle head? I can't see triangle head. There's no triangle head at all. Okay, we'll just like maybe we just missed it and it's all right. Star head drinking coffee. This one. So it goes here, and the prompt goes here. So it's super. We don't need a lot. 3 seconds. Yeah, it's super enough, right? The less seconds you do, the less money you pay. So it's obviously our choice. Next one, hexagon. I think this one is hexagon. No, but I think we can use it. Maybe we didn't download all the stuff, but we'll be fine. I think we have lots of generation. So, oh no, it's sitting. So it's my mistake. We'll just skip it. Cleaning, flower head, laying on sofa. I saw this one, so it is this one, and we're putting it there. Click it. Blob head working on desk. This is a red one. This one, I like it. All right, so went there. Square drinking coffee. We know this guy. I see that they are mostly the same, the prompts, right? But in order to have like a good result, I feel like there can be some scratches with the animation itself, but again, we don't have so much time today. Circle head, what? Cleaning. I saw this guy as well. This one. Sofa, phone, square head. This one. All right, working on desk. Yellow circle. And again, if some of the generations will be not that great, we just like teach them and that's it. Okay, sitting together, people. I'm not sure the black one was done, but will be there in a moment. So sitting together, people, and oh, try again. All right, one of it. Which one was it? Okay, it's fine. Again, was it a sitting together? Yes, we need this one. We can be out of something else, but not the last one. All right, and the dancing people, is that it? Yeah, and let's do it like with a black one. Well, sure, it's a it was a hexagon, right? It was my mistake. All right, so done, right? So we were waiting for we're not waiting anything. So you see, it's working. Now we have to just download the first one, the second one. Yeah, it's insane how good that is, right? Third one, fourth one. This one is really a weird one. Which one was this? Star. This one was the star. Is it the star one? Give me a sec. Copy it. Let's see. Cream figure star head. Yeah. So we just do it one more time. I like it. I like it one. That one. Let's try it one more time. Star head. No. Yeah, it wasn't it. Hands in kitchen. That's a strange. Well, okay, it's fine. All right, so we'll download this one. Yeah, and that one. There will be, as I mentioned, there will be some weirdness, but it's fine for us. Okay, the sitting people, there's some overlapping. I like this. It's fine for us as well. And the dancing, yeah, all right. Okay, so for the concept, I feel it's fine. Again, this one is weird. What is happening? All right, I think it's just sometimes it got messy because it uses, let's say, somehow some kind of memory that nobody asked him for, right? So that's what's happening. That's why we ask one more time. And here we use the videos folder, go in, downloads, take all the MP4s, sorry, clean up. So how much do we have? We have 8, will be 9. I feel like we have just purple. I hope we'll be having black. I know we have 4 of them. It's fine for the yeah. We have 2 and 2, just one yellow. That's strange because this one no, yes, the sitting people. So this one was for sure a yellow one. Maybe it was a cleaner one. So we have to create one more yellow and we'll be fine. Which one? Reading. Yeah, let's do the cleaning person. Yeah, this one is done. And the cleaning, yellow cleaning person, triangle head. We need a circle head cleaning. This one. And now we'll be reviewing what's the Claude Code done. What's happening? Yeah. Okay, so we're going here. Again, bit better. Um, we've lost as we ask him to like ditch all lines and all of that. We've lost some kind of interface stuff, but we'll be fine. We'll be doing the typography smaller. I would say much smaller. Doesn't look great at all. I like this screen. Maybe we'll use this once again. Sorry, I need a Chrome to make it properly. So yeah, okay. What's this? Oh no 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 no. Somehow it's just not there. We can just like explain. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, it's 15. Maybe we can use 16, 16 and 32. Yeah. All right. So once again, going into chat, updates on typo, headlines, 32 pixels, subtext. Let's use subtext, 16 pixels. Use the same line height everywhere. Is all right. So we're going into the next round of updates, right? The updates your profile. Stop using the your profile text style, font style. Skip for now. Should be no, it's a proper button, right? But we don't like give me a sec. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Um, general general stuff, general changes. So round buttons and shapes, 8px. We want also line letter spacing less. Let's say one. Is it going somewhere? Yeah, it is much better. You see with this effect. Today's this matches. Update typo. What else? Meet now button. Yeah, it will be fine when the typo will be updated. It will be fine. Align card plus buttons to the bottom. Round card shape. Card shape apex. All right. Oh, this looks terrible. Right. This looks fine. I mean this, but that. Oh. All right. So you see, it got some photos as well. So it's really cool not to doing this by your own. Okay. So these maybe what we do. General changes. For the questions and these kind of controls, um, please use subtext. Should we? No, we don't want to. What we want to please give the get back the lines and make it more visible as a control. The control. I'm running out of time, but I can't say that I'm super nearly there, but I'm there. This is fine. We'll use some images for that, right? So for the first screen onboarding, let's give it some pictures, right? So it has pictures as well, and we can use this onboarding. So we're just using onboarding. We say like use pics, align vertically to bottom. where we want the pictures more. Here will be the, I don't like this top indent. General changes. Top indent should be same as on the bottom uh, iOS. Also, this phone, reduce phone roundings a bit. All right, so like that will be fine because there will be some lines. Yeah, that's fine. They'll be fine as well. We also wanted to change the questions, right? So it's the general things. Rewrite the questions. They have to be how you say it. What do you want to conflict based, not just general questions. Okay. There's some mild things, but we're fine with that. This will be fine. Align to bottom. And I wanted to reduce side indents by like divide them by 2. So we will be packed, right? More packed. Maybe we'll do the, yeah, I think it's fine. Should be fine. Fine, 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 fine. Send. Yeah, and the um, done page, use, what should be fine for done page? That's fine. This is fun. Done. Why is it working the way? I don't understand. Okay, use the pics done as well as a background picture vertically aligned to bottom. Give me a prompt for Claude Code. Awesome. While it's doing this stuff, I don't understand if we were no, we didn't download the last one, right? No, we didn't. So we're downloading this one. We have now two yellow, two blue, lots of different guys variations, and blah blah blah. Yeah, and the final one. So we're going into After Effects. So yeah, well, like please, yeah, you can watch the recording as well. While I'm going, guys, while I'm going into the like final stages and basically we're running out of time, I wanted to like ask because basically I'm just like finishing this in After Effects and that's it. What was cool for you? What was like what you didn't understood? Maybe I didn't cover some section. Your feedback will be really useful because I'm planning to have more of these master classes, maybe more specific, because today was like an overview stuff, with lots of stuff going on in parallel. Give me some ideas. It will really help me. Thank you. While you're typing this stuff, again, I'm just like asking stuff, things from Claude. Yeah, do not change, do not change, do not change. No, yeah. Bumps. And waiting After Effects to open. I feel like my laptop is a bit overwhelmed. I will for this part I will not be again I created the rig but I will not be rendering it because of the time. Yeah, I do have a LinkedIn for sure. This is just like you can find me on LinkedIn with my name and the surname. This will help you. I feel like that way. After Effects is not turning in. I don't know why. We can close this Chrome. Basically, we can close the Kriya as well. We can all of a sudden close some of the stuff. I think it can help it. Yeah. One more time. Basically, what we need to do is just like to finish the animation stuff, which is really a easy one. Yeah. Where do you recommend to start for a complete beginner who wants to explore these softwares? I've only used Adobe Creative Suite and Blender. It depends because I can't really recommend like let's say school or something like that. I feel, and I was talking about this kind of slide that unfortunately, let's say there's like a weird scenario where from one point, companies, tech companies, any kind of company, to be honest, today, they want not just like middle designers or senior designers. They want people who can do all of this stuff and lead this stuff, right? They don't want junior designers no more. It was the case like maybe 5 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. Somebody with a like beginner skill level could have been in some kind of small tech companies, right, to have a chance on it. I feel like now it's not the case because all of the layoffs, for sure, all the AI stuff, with all the economy stuff. So basically, there's like a weird. It's not for just for designers. I feel it's the same for developers. So if you like a bright star, let's say, it will be fine. You'll have a job and lots of opportunities. But if you're not, you will be missing a chance to learn from the best, let's say, because again it was the case before, but now it's not the case anymore, unfortunately. So, and I have like the idea that there's like this loop of how masters teach their own people, and they become masters and they teach new people, and all of the loop is working, or let's say it properly, it was working. It's not working anymore in any kind of tech jobs. So, and this is like the main idea. But as well, as I can see for now, the people who are building stuff, and this is one of the most, let's say, popular word in a tech community for now. You're just like building stuff. If you're building and you're doing some interesting stuff, interesting projects, maybe they are not working, maybe they exist just only like a prototypes, maybe they just like an experiments, and so on and so on. But when you're just like a person who is always trying to build and create some strange, interesting things, I think there's a chance. Why I'm talking about this, because there's again like the weird stuff that to build properly, you have to have lots of basic knowledge, because otherwise you can't build, from my perspective. And the software for today is the least that people needs from you. Yeah, I did use a lot of software today, but to be honest, you can work just with, for example, Claude and Figma, basic Figma scenario. And this is the first thing. Or you can go more into like CGI and AI stuff. Blender is fine. I don't like Blender myself, but I'm like appreciate the software and the people who are working with it. But Blender and Cinema 4D, they, let's say in a way they're almost the same. But for now, you have to use them both, like the Cinema 4D with AI or Blender with AI. So it just like the pipeline has changed. And the great, not the great, to be honest, the most scaring stuff that most of 3D software is really, it's complex, right? So you can learn it in a month if you will be doing this every evening, let's say. But it's complex stuff. But the last idea here is that I believe that the AI is now willing to like really vanish all the beginners motivation of getting complex knowledge, which should be working really weirdly, because if only the, let's say, experienced people will be with this complex knowledge and the youngsters will not be. So at the same time, at some time in like, I don't know, 2 5 years, so this like the parts will be so much different, right? The experienced people will be so much more super empowered with the knowledge, all of this stuff, and the youngsters will be just like out of nowhere. Because again, to have motivation today to learn the complex software, you have to have your own motivation, because lots of people courses as well saying like you don't need anything, you just need the AI and all of that. Yes, but no. Yeah, most of the interesting and complex stuff will really make difference. And also with the learning curve, for example, when any kind of new stuff appears in AI, and you're working, for example, with the graphics, CGI, for example, you basically just doing this stuff. You're not learning at all. You just know what to do. It's a new feature. All right, cool, let's go, right? But if you don't have this common basic knowledge, every kind of new feature feels overwhelming. So sorry, I was like talking a lot about that, but the idea is like go into a field that you like most, I would say, and spend every evening in it. Either it's the Figma stuff with the product design, which is still the case and will be the case for sure, or it's the CGI stuff. But start with again the complex knowledge and learn the complex knowledge as well. Oh, first of all right, let's 5 minutes, and we'll be looking at the final or somehow final video. Okay, so we're just doing the comp, doing all of this stuff, and it should be the proper one, right? It's not the right square, I mean, with a not 4K or something, but it's fine for us. So I feel like the yellow should be all right. I don't know why I feel the same the way, but I feel it that way. Um, like that, right? It's not perfect, but it's fine. So, and we know like these blue, let's say blue sofa. We have to name them properly, otherwise yellow. I feel so. A yellow cleaning. Turn them off. Blue coffee, pink, pink. It's just a pink because it's just a one yellow laptop, flower, red, dense finish. What's this? Sitting finish should be here. I should have been generated it full crop, but I like it's just my mistake. I will crop them by myself. Okay, this one is a black. If you want, you can also do like that. You can do this one, red, flower was lavender for some reason, yellow is a yellow one, pink is a pink one. This is an easy stuff, right? So blue, blue, and the yellow one. So we start with that. How many seconds? We have to have 15 seconds, right? We start with this, not with these guys. We start with the blue one, and it doesn't matter. Basically, the black one is fine. I will do it that way, so they will be together, right? All right. So I don't know, 2 seconds is fine. I'll turn them off. The yellow and not blue, yellow and pink. Okay, doing the stuff. They're doing it from here. The 4th second, I think I have to cut them just to, in order to have all of the stuff um, properly done properly. All right, so the next couple of people is, sorry, where's the blue one? This one. No, that not the one. We already have one. No, sorry, this was, you see, okay, the blue one. Yeah, I know what happened. I just got messy. Yeah, so these two are together, and then these two are together. So we have to turn them on. This one on the left, that one on the right. We in order to have this right, it's always the case, right? We have to like just collect the position massively. All right, let's test it out. So, oops, sorry. It looks much better, right? I can't see pictures, but we will. All right, so do we have to turn them on? This one is weird, but it's fine because we can also take this position into yellow one. Will be on place. So, pew, pew. We have to move the flower one and go into the 6th second. Maybe it will be a bit shorter, but again, we'll be fine. We're going here up to 8 seconds. And once again, we're cloning the position of the red one, and we're cloning the position of the blue one, right? We have to turn it on. All right, and at the end, we have these sitting people, maybe on the top. Again, we have to turn them on. Once again, I have to resize and crop them by myself because I was dumb. I could do this better. So it's 12 seconds, right? So it's 12 seconds here. And once again, it should be like that. If I would have some time, I would create some text in Cinema 4D, place it here. Maybe it's something like that. So 13 seconds, right? And yeah, that's it. We can add some things upon to just have it like, let's say, some noise, some special effects. It will be just polished and feel more, I don't know, let's say, expensive, right? So we can add this kind of pre-set it up things in it. Right. All right. So, and then we'll render it out, which will take moment. Campaign. Once again, if we would have some time, we also could, for example, generate the Piccadilly Street and move it place it into the ad screen and so on. Let's see what we have in the app, and if you have some questions, I will answer them. But basically that's it. Yeah, it looks better. I don't like the letter spacing, the updated letter spacing. It's too big. We have to update it back. All right. I would add the progress bar in it for sure if I would be building the next stuff. So pass, it's working well. Meet now. I don't like the indents in the button, but once again, it's fine. This should be updated with the controls that we've done before. And it did missed the pictures. And I don't understand why, to be honest, because we have our pics and they named properly. For the group onboarding, blah, 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 placed. I think it's just it missed the whole the pass. I know what happened with the letter spacing. So I asked him to make it like 1, not the -1. All right. Any kind of questions, and we'll be wrapping it up. I'm waiting for pictures to appear. I'm not sure if it will. If it not, well, just it just happens sometimes. It says done, but I feel like sec. Why? I don't know. It's strange. Let's leave it that way. Just again, in the purpose of time. All right. So once again, guys, thank you so much on coming today. I'll be doing this I don't know when, but I'll be doing these master classes in the nearest future. Let's say we can also watch the recording stuff to see some things a bit clearer. And see you next time. Thank you. Bye. Have a great evening or night, whatever it is. Bye.